So we're going to start off now with the three awards: Sean Wiltshire Award, Mark Wafer Award, and the Phil Emerson Award. And I'm going to start off with the Case Wiltshire Award of Excellence in Supported Employment, which recognizes outstanding individuals, agencies, or businesses that have made significant contributions to the promotion of full citizenship and personal capacity for persons with disabilities through the facilitation of increased labor market participation and outcomes within Canada. Please welcome Sean Wiltshire to say a few words about his namesake award.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Canadian Association for Supported Employment Conference. My name is Sean Wiltshire, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer of an organization in Eastern Canada, Newfoundland and Labrador, called Avalon Employment. I think the general improvement I want to see is a continuation of what we've done. What we've done as groups across the country is educated both government, community, individuals, not only in the value of being a more diverse employer, but the idea that they can. Many people are hesitant to hire somebody who looks different, whether that be a disability, a new Canadian, other minorities in the community, because they're uncomfortable. It's our job to get everybody to understand they're just the same as you and I, that they may do things a little differently, you may get to work a little differently, but the skills you have to do the job you're being asked to do, that's what we're selling. We just want it to become a more inclusive community that looks at somebody's skills versus the color of their skin, their ability to do something in a particular way, their sexuality. All of those things are irrelevant to whether or not you can do a job.
Over to you, Michael.
All right. Thank you, Shelley. Now, the winner of this year's Wiltshire Award of Excellence in Supported Employment is, you want a drum roll here? Or are you just going right for it? The winner is LiveWorkPlay. Right? Congratulations, LiveWorkPlay.
Thank you so much. My name is Keenan Weller, and along with Julie Kingstone, it's been my privilege to serve as an original member of the LiveWorkPlay leadership team, and specifically as co-leader and director of communications since 1997. It's in that capacity I'm honored to be here today, representing our staff of 25 and more than 150 volunteers who support our charitable organization. I'm so pleased to be speaking today as part of this amazing national conference and awards ceremony, and thank you so much to the Canadian Association for Supported Employment for honoring us here today. I will say that back in 2014, the decision of our board of directors and executive team to invest in employer partnerships by creating a full-time director position was a defining moment. We had to be extremely creative with our own reserves and a combination of funders, including United Way East Ontario and the Ottawa Community Foundation, to get the concept off the ground before successfully joining the provincial employment system years later. After working for more than 5 years with the community team, Jen Susi took the ball as our first employment director and ran with that for 6 years before making a handoff to Anna Nelson and the rest of our employment staff in 2021. It would have been a logical decision to shut down our employment supports more than a decade ago when we were struggling to finance them, but instead we leaned into the wind, built our private and public sector relationships, and with some pragmatic idealism, here we are. To choose one key example, we were able to develop our Federal Employment Strategy Group, which includes both current and retired federal public servants, and to co-create with them a specific strategy for onboarding and supporting people with intellectual disabilities and autistic persons. And this has resulted in the truly historic hiring of more than 100 federal workers, as documented in our 2020 case study. Perhaps most significantly, 12 of those jobs are now permanent indeterminate positions, and we expect this to be a growing and continuing trend. This is truly life-changing, not only for those employees who have good jobs, but also for the 35 plus government departments that have taken real steps in walking the walk of inclusive employment. I'm pleased to serve as a mentor to Carleton University students, and it would be the same advice I always raise with them, which is that workplace culture, especially over the long term, it's going to be really important to your job satisfaction and really your life satisfaction in a ways that you might never imagine. The value of being part of a collaborative team, it's difficult until you've experienced it or gone without it, and it's worth the journey to find a supportive workplace and help build it. We all have bills to pay, but spending decades in any type of work where you aren't happy to face the day with the members of your team, it's not good for your mental or physical health. And workplace culture really matters, and that's why diversity and inclusion has an impact on all employees. I think we need a stronger focus in better data, so local, provincial, and national, so we can understand the different types and degrees of barriers experienced by different populations. Currently, we let our entire society off the hook for social responsibility when we talk so frequently about disability as one type of people. It is many types of people, and we need transparency about who's being served by our employment support systems, how well it's working or not working. In other countries such as Spain, they've done this work, and this has allowed them to develop more effective strategies and targets and to monitor the outcomes. We have to make sure inclusive employment is about real jobs and not just vague policies without results and accountability. Because if you aren't deliberately including people, you're accidentally excluding them. And we just don't have enough information to know how well we're doing. The simple answer, and we hear this not only from our own employment partners, but it's a theme you'll hear verified and reinforced at every case conference. It will make your workplace better and stronger for all employees. One of our earliest private sector champions, Vaughn McKinney, was the first to tell us more than 10 years ago that it became a better company, both internally with their employees and externally with their customers, because of their acquired expertise and experience with workplace inclusion. It's a real honor because it was only possible thanks to so many employers as well as volunteers in our employment task force and federal employment strategy group who believed that change was possible and that LiveWorkPlay could help make it happen. Our employment supports has always been precariously financed, and we are really proud of the collective persistence of our employment team that was fueled by social justice, the pursuit of labor market fairness, and doing what's right for businesses, for their communities, and for their customers. That a local organization with an assets-based approach to community development has been a positive influence on supported employment across the country is humbling and motivating, and we greatly appreciate all the support from the Canadian Association for Supported Employment and all of its members. So thank you so much.